How you doing, guys? Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is the HTML Email Developer YouTube channel. Again, guys, here's my books, ebooks, how to become an HTML email developer and how to build an email developer portfolio. Again, this is going to a couple of charities in Belize that I truly, care about and compassionate about. So any of your donations or purchasing of the books will help, those two organizations. So let's get into our job. It's by Braintrust. It says it's an email developer. It says iterable. Now I think iterable, is another ESP for this company. I interviewed last week with the company, and they use iterable. So it's kind of like what Klaviyo, Mailchimp, or things of that nature. So I think you're gonna have to build the email template in iterable. I think that's what they were telling me on this interview I had last week. But let's get into it. The hiring process. The hiring process for this role involves completing your Braintrust profile, applying directly to the role on Braintrust, and undergoing a one-time screening to ensure you meet our vetted talent specifications. After this, the hiring team will contact you directly if they believe you are a suitable match. Okay, so it says hourly range is not bad, $50 to $90 an hour, 40 hours a week. It's going to be short term, so who knows how long or how short it's going to be. I don't know. Short terms could be like what, a month, 2 months maybe. Experience 3 to 5 years. And the requirements here is you can develop emails in HTML and CSS. You're highly experienced in iterable, which you can. That's what they prefer, but you don't have to be. Like I said, it's an internet service provider, not internet, email service provider as well. So, like I said, Mailchimp, Klaviyo, just different constant contacts. Just different variables and buttons, but they all pretty much do the same thing. You are comfortable with iterable handlebars, especially complex in-template content logic. Now, handlebars I've heard about, but I don't have any experience in it, but I've heard of it. So if anybody can put in a comment on this and let me know if you have any knowledge about handlebars. I don't know if it'll be something that's hard to learn. I'm not assuming that it will be. But again, if anybody knows about it, please comment on it. It says you're a drag and drop email sorcerer. Like you're really good at this. Not sure what that means. Drag and drop. Maybe some content you're going to have to drag and drop while creating the email template. I'm not sure. Says you rock at setting up segments and workflow logic. So they may want you to set up the segments and the automations of the campaign as well. So that's probably another duty outside of actually coding the template. You know how to create custom email templates and scalable systems. So they're saying you're going to have to create email templates from scratch, basically. Not all the time. That's not always the case. But I mean, when it says create custom, you may have to at times, depending on the campaign or the company. They may want you to create custom email templates. You're highly skilled at email journey building. Now, I think that may have something to do with Salesforce. Maybe not. But I know I only see email journey building mostly with Salesforce. But again, iterable may have the same type of components that Salesforce has. So that's probably, they may took a page out of what Salesforce do, and they may have email journey building as well. But most of the time I see it mostly in Salesforce. You know how to export the right assets out of Figma file, even when the designers didn't organize it well. Now, my last video on Wednesday, excuse me, this is what I was talking about. My whole video on Wednesday was about Figma. Remember Adobe XD. This looks kind of intimidating, but only because it's Figma. Figma file. Again, this is the coincidence because when I mentioned that on Wednesday on the video, I saw this like maybe the next day. And I said, wow, this explains my last video. Know how to export the right assets out of Figma. Again, all you're doing is exporting it out. You go up to file, you hit export, and it'll download into your one of your local folders. That's it. That's it. If you didn't know what Figma was, you'd think it'd be just real difficult, but no, that's all you do. Now it says even when the designers didn't organize it well. Case in point, I get a lot. Like I said, we use Adobe XD mostly. We export our mockups or our creatives out of, and sometimes, like I said, the fonts are not correct. They're not lining up with the other fronts, and sometimes we have to go in there and straighten some things out in Adobe XD before we export it, or before I export it, and then before I upload it into Adobe Photoshop. So yeah, Figma, like I said, you can go in there and change things in Figma if you notice, like I said, the fonts or anything that's not showing right. But for the most part, it's primarily it's for the purpose of it is for you to receive the markup of the creatives and export it out of Figma. That's the only thing you're gonna do. Go up, hit File, Export, and then put it on your desktop, and then you can go from there and proceed on working on your HTML template. I know that was long-winded, but I just want to explain that to you guys. It says you have an eye for detail. Is that font color? Or so I guess they're saying make sure the colors are lining up. I guess on the HTML, pretty much. You QA test emails before sending them for client approval because the back and forth is no fun. Never seen that part right there. Of course, QA test emails, we've been over that before. Email on asset, litmus, validity. It's called something else, but validity is well. They changed the name. They just mean testing your emails before you send them out to the client. Now, here's the part what we talked about. Well, I've never got in depth with this right here because I didn't want to get in depth with it, just because of the company I work for. But yes, this is what I told you guys on earlier videos. You got to be patient. You got to be professional, cordial. You got to talk to people. You got to talk to, like I said, primarily your project manager, design team, workflow team, QC team. In my case, two different QC teams. You have to talk to all these people to make sure everything is aligned right and ready to go before you actually send out the email. Otherwise, you're going to be going back and forth. Trust me. I know this. When everything's not looking right, a lot of times we get our instructions on a spreadsheet, and a lot of times it's not correct. Almost 90% of the time. And that could be a headache when with a lot of times they may not update it. And when they don't update it, and then the QC teams get it, because I have to send that same spreadsheet to them, and I have to explain to them, well, everything's correct in the code, but the project manager probably didn't get the client team to update, the design team to update the information, or whoever handles the spreadsheet. They didn't talk to them and ask them to update the information so the code will match the spreadsheet. So a lot of times it's back and forth going on. And I always express, can they update the spreadsheet so it mirrors the template? And that's when you go back and forth. And it's not a pretty sight. It's not a good ordeal, but it happens. Excuse me. And there you go. Bonus, you have experience with Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Yeah, kind of knew that was going to be in there somewhere, right? So let's get down here. It says responsibility is build and develop messages and templates in iterable marketing platform. Create lists and segments using user data fields and custom event history. Build automated journeys based on outlines provided to you. And attend and participate in Scrum ceremonies. So yeah, I figured when I saw journey building, I said, yeah, this is probably gonna be Salesforce somewhere, and it is. Um, I was thinking maybe Iterable had their own, you know, software where they can build journeys, but this is they said they're gonna be Salesforce Marketing Cloud, so that sums up that mystery. But guys, let me know what you think. It's again, it's short term. I don't know what that means. What, 2 weeks, 2 months? I don't know. But they're not asking for much. But I know everybody says Salesforce Marketing Cloud. But don't be afraid to apply anyway. I try to do job reviews without Salesforce Marketing Cloud because I know, there are a lot of people want you to have on the job experience, and we can't afford the software. It costs too much. But nevertheless, I would apply anyway. And like I said, it's pretty good pay right here, man. Not bad at all. Again, guys, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is the HTML Email Developers YouTube channel. Take care.